Hey garden friends, another episode of AJ's Green Thumb. So this evening I wanted to come out here to the sweet potato bed and see just how successful or unsuccessful this harvest will be. I've been kind of skating around doing a harvest for fear of not getting a good enough harvest. And that's just an honest, that's just an honest feeling that I have about these sweet potatoes. Why specifically? Well, earlier this summer, I wasn't able to pinpoint exactly what was eating up the leaves. I have a few inclinations, and I'll go ahead and put them up on the screen. But all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and dig in here and see exactly what we have. All right, guys, so it looks a mess back here. It just is what it is. I did a partial clean out. I took the tomato plant out. I took a few of the squash plants out, but it just is what it is. So this is the U-shaped veggie bed in all its glory. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig through and see what we find. All right, let's bring you guys in a little closer. All right, so this area right here, I started off with 12 plants. I'd say within the first 6 to 8 weeks, 1 or 2 of these plants died. That's just what happens. But right here is a plant. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in here. Okay, so these are Covington sweet potatoes. And this might be some damage from the pitchfork just now. Here's some finger sweet potatoes. All right, let's try to plant in front of it. Not the greatest, but not that bad. I think I'm beginning to see probably a pattern of some sort. These simply just haven't received enough water. These sweet potatoes have not received enough water. They had enough nutrients because, as you can tell, they've pretty much formed. They're just not fat. Now I planted 3 in this row, so I think the third one died. I think the third one right over here died. So it was 1, then 2 where I just pulled, and then 3 at the edge of the bed. Curious. Let's move over one row and try to see what we get there. And I guess for perspective, this row right here, 1, 2, and 3, like I said, that one over there died. Then these 2 right here, I just yanked up. And we're gonna move over to the edge of the bed and see what this third row produces. All right, move aside our little patch of marigolds here. And I hope you guys can see this because it is starting to get a little dark. Dusk is upon us. Oh, okay. This is a little bit fatter. Okay. Not bad. Let's move forward and see what we get out of the plant in front of it. Shall we? Ah, this appears to have a little more size on it. Now we're talking. That's a little better, right? All right, so I dare say that I'll go ahead and keep the rest of these potatoes in the ground for another 2 weeks. I'm not sure how much difference that'll make. Provide a little more water because temperatures support further growth of these sweet potatoes. Temperatures should be in the upper 70s to the low 80s, believe it or not, and we're talking the end of October. But I mean, this is the biggest sweet potato I've harvested this evening, so not too shabby. Okay, and clearly, since sweet potato is a vining crop, wherever the vine touches the ground with sufficient moisture and mulching, they start to form another plant. Just so you guys know what I'm talking about, right here, if you can see where this vine touched the soil and it started to root and formed another plant altogether. So we're gonna kind of mulch that back a little bit. Oh, here's an onion I totally forgot about. Another touch point right here. It started to root. So all right, garden friends, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this mini harvest or this experimental harvest. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and give this bed another 2 to 3 weeks of watering. And like I said, temperatures will support further growth. And I just wanna see if these potatoes would swell. I think one thing I read somewhere is that if you cut the foliage down, that allows the energy in growing will be more concentrated in the roots, since this is a root crop. So I will experiment with half of this bed and cut back some of the foliage. That's all gardening is. It's an experiment. So with sometimes great results and sometimes not great results. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and the rest of these sweet potatoes on this side, I'll go ahead and cut the foliage back, give it a little more water, and see if they'll swell up. The tubers will swell up, and the other side of the bed I'll leave alone, but still continue to water. All right, guys, I know you can't see me anymore, but I appreciate you hanging with me on this mini episode, and I'll see you on the next one. AJ's Green Thumb.